Prayer City. Visit high-impactplanet.com for details and inquiries. Fun just got real.
Welcome to the high side of life. Join us every day at High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
I just want to be yeah.
Get ready to dive into the heart of action. Welcome to Sport Hub, where passion meets unparalleled excitement.
Mainu, oh, what a goal!
Get set for the adrenaline rush of a lifetime as we bring to you the hottest highlight, the biggest stories, interviews, and the most thrilling moment from the world of sport. No matter what your favorite sport is, we've got you covered. From football to basketball, tennis, boxing, Formula One, and everything in between, we bring you the best from around the globe. Join us every Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Wednesday and Friday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on High Impact Television on Nicontat 42 Degree East. Sport Hub, the heart of action.
Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Hello and welcome to On Record, where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. I am Olumide Shokoya, and also happy Eid al-Fitr to our Muslim brothers out there. On the program, we discuss actions and inactions of government, ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as business and health affairs that shape our worldview. Now, the program also encapsulates personalities and institutions that make decisions that affect the lives of the people, one way or the other. And of course, we avail you, our listener, the opportunity of sharing your thoughts or calling in, of course, to react to some of the topics we are discussing. Once again, welcome to On Record, where every word matters. Compulsory voting is enforced in some democratic countries like Australia, Belgium, Brazil, where citizens are legally required to vote or face fines and other penalties. Now, the main argument for mandatory voting is that it boosts voter turnout. It strengthens democracy. It ensures that election results reflect the true will of the people in these countries. Elections are generally free, fair, and well organized, with minimal fraud, secure voting system, and strong public trust in the process. However, in democratic nations like the United States of America, Canada, and the United Kingdom, voting remains voluntary because it is considered a personal choice and a fundamental democratic right. These countries believe that instead of forcing people to vote, the government should encourage participation by improving the electoral system, making voting more accessible and building public trust. In Nigeria, Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has strongly condemned the proposed law that seeks to jail or fine citizens who fail to vote. The organization argues that enforcing Nigerians to vote under threat of punishment is unconstitutional, undemocratic, and ignores the real problems affecting elections. Nigeria's elections have long been marred by vote rigging, vote suppression, ballot box snatching, and election violence, making citizens lose faith in the process. Now, the 2023 general elections the 2023 general elections recorded the lowest voter turnout in Nigeria's history, which is about 29% of the whole population. Not because people were lazy, but because they believed their votes wouldn't count. Instead of criminalizing non-voters, Serap insists that government should focus on addressing electoral malpractice, ensuring security during elections, and restoring public confidence in the democratic process. Beyond electoral credibility, Serap also highlights the legal and human rights violation of compulsory voting. Now, according to Nigeria's 1999 constitution, every citizen has the freedom of thought, expression, and political association, which includes the right to abstain from voting as a form of protest. Now, in a democracy, people should have the freedom to participate or boycott elections based on their personal beliefs. Serap warns that if governments start jailing or fining non-voters, it could set a dangerous precedent for restricting other fundamental rights in the future. The organization insists that the solution to voter apathy is not coercion, but credibility, where Nigerians trust the election are free, fair, and meaningful. They will willingly participate without fear or force. Now, while we go on a break, we will open the phone line. That's 0704 425 2109. 0704 425 2109. Or in the meantime, you can also send WhatsApp messages to 0907 224 5018. 0907 224 5018. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook at High Impact 102.1 FM and at High Impact Studios. You can also watch us live on Nikonsat 42 degree East. So we'll take a breather here now and return to begin the conversation. Stay tuned.
On record.
Every
Do you know bad production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a space for meetings or conferences? All these are possible with High Impact Studios. Don't bring down your creativity, let's help you take it high.
And out of this world with our state-of-the-art equipment and first-class studio space.
We give you the quality you deserve at the best rate.
For more details, call 0706 393 5694 or 0915 958 1881. High Impact Studios, the future.
Welcome back to On Record, where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. To join the conversation, you can call our phone line at 0704 425 2109. 0704 425 2109. Or you can send WhatsApp messages to 0907 224 5018. We're live on YouTube and, of course, on Facebook. That's High Impact 102.1 FM and at High Impact Studios. You can also watch us live on Nikonsat 42 degree East. The topic for today is compulsory voting in democracies versus Serap position. And joining us via phone call is Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. He is a legal practitioner. But before we get him back online, let me fill you in on a bit of backstory to this whole issue of this whole bill. Now, the Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project has called on Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the House of Representatives Speaker Tajuddin Abbas to immediately withdraw a bill seeking to impose a 6-month jail term or a fine of 100,000 naira or both on eligible Nigerians who fail to vote in national and state elections. Now, in a letter dated March 29, 2025, and signed by SERAP's Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadari, the organization described the proposed legislation by the National Assembly as oppressive and a violation of citizens' rights under the Nigerian Constitution and international human rights. This was contained, in a press statement which was issued on one of the publications. Now, according to them, they said jailing eligible Nigerians for deciding not to vote would be entirely inconsistent, and of course incompatible with the letter and in the spirit of the Nigerian Constitution, the country's international human rights obligations. So let's quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, we will get our guest in. Stay tuned.
On record.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Tease your taste buds from a world of delectable choices. High Impact Planet. Fun just got real.
Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome back to On the Record, where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. The topic for today is compulsory voting in democracies versus SERAP's position. And joining us via phone call is Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. He is a legal practitioner. Good morning and welcome to the program. Happy Eid al-Fitr.
Good morning, Olumide, and thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, this bill that it's in the House, it's really quite interesting.
The audio is not too clear.
The audio is not clear. All right. Let's quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll fix that.
On record.
Every word matters.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now. Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now. High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now. High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now. High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome back to On Record, where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. Don't forget, we're also streaming on YouTube and on Facebook at High Impact 102.1 FM and at High Impact Studios. And you can also watch us live on Nikonsat 42 Degree East. We're still having Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. He is a legal practitioner to discuss compulsory voting in democracies versus Serap's position. Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, can you hear me now? All right. So let's try and move on. Now we're discussing this proposed bill to jail non-voters. So let me start by asking: does this proposed law to jail non-voters, does it violate human rights? I mean, looking at what the Constitution says about human rights. Dr. Barrister Abdulhamid, let's quickly go on a short break. We're not really hearing you clearly. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, I will continue with the program.
Foment, foment, foment.
Something big is in town. Something powerful and majestic. A mammoth creation destined to become a legend by all who encounter it. High Impact Planet, Nigeria's biggest family theme park, with facilities designed for friends, families, or large groups under a relaxing atmosphere. Be welcomed by wowing displays of animatronics, thrill out with realistic arcade games, or enjoy a number of thrilling heart-racing park rides. Experience the 5D and 12D cinemas and challenge your mates with bumper cars and go-kart races. Don't forget to slide into the ice rink or simply take time out to enjoy a pizza at our delightful restaurant and dessert spot, or at the exquisite club lounge. High Impact Planet, 12 Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ibafo, opposite MFM Prayer City. Visit high-impactplanet.com for details and inquiries. Fun just got real.
Welcome to the high side of life. Join us every day at High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
I just want to be high.
Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome back to On Record, where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. The topic for today is compulsory voting and democracies versus Serap's position. And I have Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. He is a legal practitioner. Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Apologies for the technicalities there. So let's start off. We're talking about this bill to jail non-voters. And the first question I asked, which is the major question right now, is: does this proposed law, does it violate non-voters' human rights?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it violates the right of citizens because if you are making it compulsory for me to vote, even when I'm not interested in voting, just because probably because I don't believe in the candidates brought forward by the parties. Then you say it's compulsory. That means I must vote whether or not I like it. So that would infringe on my right to right of thought, to even decide as to what to do. So for me, compulsory voting will definitely infringe right, and I want to align myself with the position of the Serap.
All right, so let's look at some legal precedents that exist in other countries like Austria and the rest of them regarding compulsory voting, and how they were able to adopt it and how it worked for them.
You can't compare some other countries with our own country. You know, we are talking about laws here now.
Yes.
I don't know, the law in those countries may not be the law in Nigeria. And if they are doing so, there must be a reason and there must be a grant to do that. And you see, again, let's ask this question. The point is that because you can't just copy what they do elsewhere when their system is not our own system. So let's ask this question: how would they enforce that particular breach if it happens? Bearing in mind that in Nigeria, I'm one of those who believe that Nigerians must participate and should participate in the process.
Yes.
And that non-participation is the reason why some people are able to influence and manipulate the process. The administration whereby you don't believe in the system in terms of its transparency, in terms of ensuring that what you have done will materialize or can't, then you can't be forced to. For instance, you bring a candidate that I don't even have any confidence in. I don't believe they can do anything. And just because I'm being forced, I must vote. That will infringe on my rights. It will be a freedom. So it's not just about copying other countries. For me, again, how do we enforce it? When you say anybody that I said is going to be enforced in breach or by way of discrimination. When you have, for instance, the last election, we were told about 29% million voted out of about 80-something million registered voters. That means we have left with about almost 60 million registered voters who did not vote. How do you prosecute them? Where are you going to prosecute them? For how many years are you going to do that? Where are the resources? So it's not just about for me, as far as I'm concerned, it's like the National Assembly are living what they call in Yoruba, I will interpret. It's one palapalapa. They left leprosy and treating lingworm. That's what they are doing. There are reasons why people are not coming out. These are the areas they need to look into. The issue of IREF not being compulsory in our law is still there. They are not talking about it. The issue of appointing people who are members of parties or political parties as INEC commissioners or whatever are there. They are not doing anything about that. So many issues that will ensure free and fair election are there that have not been implemented. They are not talking about it. They are talking about punishing people who decide not to vote because they don't have confidence or trust in whoever that is coming to compete or to occupy the position. We have a country whereby some people don't even campaign and they don't even know them. Just because they belong to a particular party, the party will do all the campaign and you don't even know the candidate and you are forced to vote. What would that be? You are infringing my right. So as far as I'm concerned, it is not a way to go in our own country. It is not. I'm not saying other countries are not practicing. I'm not saying some people. You can't compare those countries with our own. Those countries, even those in those countries are talking about. Some of them they have the facility to even implement it. They have the facility to enforce it, and I'm very sure most of the elections in those countries are through e-voting. Do we have that in Nigeria? These are the things I expect as about the National Assembly to be more concerned about. But they're not. They are concerned about things that do not work, and that the enforcement of people who are not voting. I think for me, it is a no-no.
All right. Now let's look at the legal implication. If peradventure, hypothetically speaking, this bill is passed, what are the legal implications of this?
If what?
If the bill is passed, let's look at, hypothetically speaking, if the bill is passed, what are the legal implications that might arise from this?
I've mentioned one. According to what like I said, it will infringe the right of a citizen. If it's passed, it will be contrary to the provision. It will be inconsistent with the provision of the Constitution, and we know that under our law, Section 1, Section 3 of the Constitution, or so, any law that is inconsistent with the Constitution shall, to the extent of its inconsistency, be null and void. So it's not. In other words, a law that would conflict or that would be inconsistent with the Constitution should not be passed. That's my expectation there. And like I said, I've talked about the enforceability of that particular law. And I know judiciary, the courts, they don't pronounce or make judgment in vain. Any judgment that cannot be enforced, the judge will not pronounce it. They will not make it. The judgment must be able to enforce a judgment for that to happen. So let's liken it to this one now. If you cannot enforce a law, and I want to say I cannot enforce it now because some people will come and say, let's start small. Only if 10 we were talking about 60 million committed crime. You now pick 10 people. You now prosecute them. What happened to the other one? That is discriminatory. So it's not be in line with the law. It will be discriminatory. It will not be in a way of promoting peace as far as I'm concerned. Because some people who have seen that discriminatory, they want to protest and say, look, we have been discriminated against. We are this and that. So as far as I'm concerned, bearing in mind that it will be inconsistent with the Constitution, that is one. Bearing in mind that the possibility of enforcing it is very, very inability to enforce it is high. I think it should not be.
All right, thank you very much. Now, I know we have some situations or precedents or laws that kind of like restrict human rights. I mean, in the case of martial law, state of emergencies, do you think that this bill could be fashioned in a way to take away some of these rights?
You can't make a law that will take away your right now, even though the rights are not absolute. Then you can't deliberately make a law that will take away some of these rights are not giving rights. They are inalienable. So you can't just say pass law that will take it away. It's not like saying like I said again, these laws that we're talking about are not absolute. There are things they are not absolute. There are things you cannot do. So this kind of legislation cannot be one of the exception that we're talking about. Asking me not to exercise my choice. In other words, if I have a feeling that these candidates that are coming, I don't believe in any of them, they can't deliver for me, and you want me to go and vote, what do? I've been forced against my will to do what I don't want to do. So for me, it's not going to work well. I want a situation whereby if you have 80 million voters, we have 70 million plus or almost 80 million voting. That will prevent the manipulation that we are seeing. And I tell you, most politicians want it that way, that the lackadaisical attitude of not voting. That is the one what gives them the opportunity to manipulate. If everybody is voting and is there, the possibility of manipulation will not be there. Then because people are not voting, those who are not voting, they will carry from their vote and give it to a particular place or use a particular name. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, it's not even what we will be discussing now. We have not gotten to that level where you make it compulsory for everybody to vote, because there are a lot of things that have not been done. The foundation is still shaky. We have not even laid proper foundation for election, and that's why we're having what we're having. We don't have INEC that is not biased. We don't have INEC that is not partial. We don't have INEC that will maintain its neutrality. Because and this is because most of the people who are members of the INEC are people who are members of the political party or sympathizers of a political party. We know this, and they know this. When they come for screening, this same National Assembly will screen them and pass it and tell me that there's some.
Let's quickly go on a short break, and we'll be right back.
On record.
Every word matters.
Welcome to the high side of life. Join us every day at Time at 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
I just want to be
Do you know bad production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a space for meetings or conferences? All these are possible with High Impact Studios. Don't bring down your creativity, let's help you take it high.
And out of this world with our state-of-the-art equipment and first-class studio space.
We give you the quality you deserve at the best rate.
For more details, call 0706 393 5694 or 0915 958 1881. High Impact Studios.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome back to On Record, where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. So we're still discussing compulsory voting and democracies versus SERAP's position with Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. He is a legal practitioner. Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, I'd like to ask you a question. Now, according to SERAP, it says, and I quote, the National Assembly ought to propose bills to reduce the influence of money in politics and, of course, encourage, not compel, the exercise of the right of participation. Do you agree? And how? And what bill would you propose to be passed, or to be proposed rather, to reduce the influence of money in politics? Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, are you there? All right, let's quickly go on a short break. We're having a bit of technicalities. Let's go on a short break and we'll be right back.
It's been
Do you know bad production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a space for meetings or conferences? All these are possible with High Impact Studios. Don't bring down your creativity, let's help you take it high.
And out of this world with our state-of-the-art equipment and first-class studio space.
We give you the quality you deserve at the best rate.
For more details, call 0706 393 5694 or 0915 958 1881. High Impact Studios. The future.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now. High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now. High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The future is now.
Welcome back to On Record, where every word matters on High Impact 102.1 FM. We're streaming on YouTube and on Facebook at High Impact 102.1 FM and at High Impact Studios. You can also watch us live on High Impact TV on Iconsat 42 Degree East. We're still discussing compulsory voting in democracies versus SERAP's position with Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. He is a legal practitioner. Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, are you there? Can you hear me? Let's quickly go on a short break. We'll try and fix that. I do apologize for that. Let's go on a short break.
Do you know that production can kill a great content idea?
Do you want to have a photo shoot, audio production, or do you need a professional voiceover artist?
Do you simply want unmatched cinematography, video production, or just event coverage, such as weddings, birthdays, or burials?
Or do you need a space for meetings or conferences? All these are possible with High Impact Studios. Don't bring down your creativity, let's help you take it high.
And out of this world with our state-of-the-art equipment and first-class studio space.
We give you the quality you deserve at the best rate.
For more details, call 0706 393 5694 or 0915 958 1881.
The word matters. We're still on with Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right. So moving on, I would like to take this one. It says, according to SERAP, rather than criminalizing voter apathy, it urged the National Assembly to prioritize electoral reforms, including removing constitutional immunity for state governors and their deputies who commit electoral offenses. It also proposed a bill to reduce influence of money in politics and, of course, to encourage and not compel voters. Do you agree with this submission?
I definitely agree with Sarah on that in that regard. The immunity of the governor is not the reason why we are having a low turnout, and it's not the reason why there is no. It's one of it. I'm not saying so that it's not one of it. That's all. The immunity itself is not the reason. The influence of the governor, yes, are part of it. The people who are not even governors, who don't have immunity, they have been committing this crime or have been doing things to ensure that we don't have free and fair elections. How many of them have been punished, even without the immunity? The only people that have immunity in this country are 4 people, just 4: president, vice president, governor, and deputy. 4 of them, two in each state. So, and there's so many. And these 2 governors, this governor and deputy, they will not be everywhere on the day of election. They are not the reason why people are not coming up. The reason is that we don't have free and fair election. And like I said, the governors are not the reason why we don't have free and fair election. It starts from the high constitution of the INEC. Who are the people in INEC? Who are those? What are they doing? It's a situation whereby before the INEC will release guidelines, and during the election they will change and do other things, and they say they have the right, they have the discretion. Yes, if you have the discretion and you have formulated a guideline to that effect before the start of election, You must go by that guideline. Guideline is part of the law. It's like what we call subsidiary legislation. You are given the power to make law, to make guideline, regulation, to guide your activities. That regulation you are making is considered as subsidiary legislation. If you are a student of government, you will even know that it is delegated legislation, and that's what it is. That is a law, it's a secondary law. So if you now do it during election, you now go and do something else. You now say you have a discretion. These are the reasons why we don't have free and fair election. These are the reasons why people don't have trust in the system. A situation whereby you see those who are security agencies who are supposed to maintain neutrality and ensure free and fair election, supporting a particular or working for a particular party or candidate. You cannot see free and fair election where people are being forced, have been maltreated so that they won't be able to vote. A situation whereby you have individual citizens threatening people not to come out and vote, that if they come, something will happen. And the government is not doing anything to that. None of them is even picked up. And you say you have to free and fair election. These are the areas they should be looking into. Not the issue of immunity of the governor alone. The immunity of the governor and the president, I don't see how they affect free and fair election in this regard. And I'm not sure that we have all the failures of a free and fair election are being linked to the governors and the president or vice president of the government. They are not linked to this. They are not linked to them. So there are a lot of things that have to be done for there to be a free and fair election. Until we have free and fair election, and people have confidence and trust in that free and fair election, they will not come out. You also because that even those countries that you mentioned, in other part of the world have adopted compulsory voting. A country like Netherlands, Venezuela, Australia, which country again?
Belgium, yes.
They've abolished it. They've abolished it. Because they realize that it will infringe on the right of the people. Because if you force me to vote against my will, I will just vote for anybody I don't, without even knowing the person, just to fulfill that obligation. Then you can, by that, you will not bring quality people into the system. People who vote just not because they believe in them, just because they will vote just because they want to, what's it called? They want to comply with the law. So for me, we should do more. They should ensure that law regarding the transparency of the election is passed. In other words, the issue of as you are counting, as you are sending it to the IRS, and people are seeing it, let it be part of it compulsorily that they must be reckoned with. Not that one will be on the IRS and then they will say they are going to do another manual.
Barrister Tunji Abdul-Malamid, sorry if I might come in here. Serap also proposed a bill for electronic voting. What's your thoughts on this in rounding up?
Yeah, that's one of the ways to go. Electronic voting, that will reduce a lot of manipulation. It will reduce a lot of it. It will not clear it. It will not completely eradicate it, but it will reduce. But the point is that have we done enough? We have to do enough to lay foundation for it. You can see, as we are discussing so many times, the network is interrupting our process. I am also aware that in the last many years, NBA, our election has been online, and it's been like that.
Okay.
And it's been free and fair. Within 5 seconds, you are done on your bed. Not going anywhere. No close of road, no restriction of movement, nothing. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. With that, it will reduce a lot of human interference and human manipulation.
All right, this is a safe place to land. Thank you very much, Barrister Tunji Abdul-Malamid. You have been brilliant. We do appreciate your thoughts this morning.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Yes, we have been discussing compulsory voting in democracies versus Serap's position with Barrister Tunji Abdul-Malamid. He is a legal practitioner. This is where we'll round off the program on record, where every word matters. Keep listening to High Impact 102.1 FM. Keep watching High Impact TV on Nikonsat 42 degree East. I am Olumide Shokoya. Good morning.
On record,
every word matters.